Let's now look at the solution of our exercise together. We were to arrange in ascending order, that is from the smallest to the biggest. When we start comparing their whole number parts, they all have 9 each. Then let's move on to the 10th column, because the whole number part won't tell us the one which is the smallest number. So let's move on to the 10th column. Here we have 7. Here we have 0, 0, 1, and 0. Therefore, let's compare those who have zeros in their 10th column. Since they all have zeros, then let's move on to the next one, which is the 100th column. In the 100th, this one has 7. This number here has 0. And this number here has 9. So this shows that 0 is smaller than 3 and 7. Hence the smallest number is 9.007. Let's number that as 1. Moving on, we are still on those which have zeros in their 10th column. Comparing their 100th column, this one has 7. Then here has 3. 3 is smaller than 7. So let's number this as 2 and this as 3. When we come to the remaining 2 decimals, this has 7 here and this one has 1 in its 10th column. So obviously 1 is smaller than 7. So arranging them in ascending order, we have 9.007 followed by 9.03, then the third one 9.07, 9.1 and 9.7. Let's move on to the second question. In the second one, let's start comparing their whole number parts. All of them have zeros in their whole number parts. So let's move on to the 10th column. The 10th column, we have 0 here, 0, 2, 2, and 2. So let's compare those with zeros. We move on to their 100th column, 1 and 2. So 1 is smaller than 2. Let's now move on. These have 2, 2, 2 each. So let's move on to the 100th column. In the 100th column, this number has 3. This one has no number, so 0. And this has 1. So 0 is the next. Then when we compare 3 and 1, 1 is the next, followed by 3. So arranging in ascending order, this gives us the ascending order of these decimals. Let's move on to the third one. We have 4.3, 5.7, 3.8, 2.1, and 6.4. Comparing their whole number parts, 2 is the smallest, and 2.1 is the smallest number. Let's number that as 1, followed by 3.8, followed by 4, so 3, followed by 5, so the fourth one, then 6, which is the fifth one. So in ascending order, this becomes the order. In the fourth one, let's compare their whole number part first. We have 0, 0, 0, 1 and 1. 0 is smaller than 1, so let's compare the zeros. We move on to their 10th column. We have 5 here, 7 and 3. 3 is the smallest, so 1, followed by 5, 2, followed by 7, 3. Now when we come here, they all have 1, 1 in their whole number part. So in the 10th column, this one has 0. So obviously it's the 4th one and the 5th one. So that gives us the ascending order for this figure. And the last one, comparing their whole number parts, they all have 1 each. So moving on to the 10th column, this has 0. This also has 0. So now let's move on to their 100th column. This one has 3. Oh, this one also has 3. Then we still have to move on to their 1000th column. This one has 7. This one has no number, so 0. Then this is the smallest number, followed by this. When we come here, they have 3, 3, 3 each in their 10th column. So let's move on to their 100th column. This has no number, so 0. This is 1. This is 3. So this is the next number in ascending order, followed by this has 1. This has 3. So 1 is obviously smaller than 3. Then that gives us the ascending order for the last one. This brings us to the end of the solution to our exercise. I hope you're able to do them. If not, you can watch the video again and do better in the next exercise.